gathered here today to talk about the Noel James case. Lately we had an accident in a cité garage where Noel James aggressively attacked Archer Marks. So we want to talk about this behavior and what could have led to this behavior and what we're going to do about it. So if you want to start with your report.
Yeah, so I'll talk about Noel James. He has some anger management. He always fights with people and has a lot of altercation. During the month of September 2009, he was very angry because his wife asked him for a divorce. That situation leads him to the point that his behavior was very bad. He is not able to control his aggressive behavior and he is not able to socially express himself. The September 12, 2009 at 9 a.m. in the cafeteria, Noel James fights with George Saint-Paul because he was rude with him. Noel broke the leg of George, who had to go to the hospital. There was a lot of things like that happens to Noel James, and that's it.
Okay, well, in this case, I saw that the November 2nd, 2012 at 19:30 p.m., he had some troubles with other guys. He went to the washroom for taking a shower at maybe 7 o'clock. And Mark took him and began to punch him in the stomach. And he tried to defend himself, but Mark took him by the throat and he choked him. So that was the accident report that he made at Kingston, the November 3rd. So that's all.
Okay, for me, on November 26th at 8 o'clock in the morning, he was cleaning the laundry room floor when he noticed a drawer was out of place. As he tried to pushing it back in the place, he quickly figured it was too hard. He bent over and tried to lift it back into the original place when he spin and go triangular. And it's my accident report for this incident on November 26th.
So for my report, it happened when he was on under Kingston prison. So on September 19, 2010, what happened? Noel went to the cafeteria, and when he came back, he saw his cellmate named Lloyd Carl. He was arrested for drug possession. So when he came back from the cafeteria, he saw him masturbate on his ex-wife picture. So at this moment, Noel was very angry. So he grabbed his cellmate by the hair and started hitting him against the wall several times. So it takes about a few minutes for the correctional agent came and split them on their side. So the Lloyd James was brought to the hospital by the paramedic, but first they take Noel James and put it in isolation cell just for calming himself. And yeah, so when he was calm, he had to do a report for the incident, and we have to do a report about that too. That we made.
Yeah, we made a progress report about him. It was about pretty much getting an anger management with him for getting course. So his background, as Pierre said, is that he went to a prison of Kingston in Ontario for assault against an officer, and the action that we took against Noel when he assaulted Loic, it was that we put him into isolation cell for his action, and he's still in isolation right now because it's for 2 months, and it's been now like 1 month and a half. And the action that Noel James took for getting out of isolation, he wrote a letter to Loic. He was telling the officer that he wants to start to take an anger management program to get this done. And we recommend that Noel James take some anger management and stay in isolation for the 2 next months on September 20. That's it.
Alright, and my incident took place before Noel James was transferred to the Kingston Federal Pen. It was in OCDC. He had a cellmate at the time, and he thought that his cellmate had stolen his iPod, and without any proof, he just correctional agent heard a loud scream, and Noel James was out of control, and it was determined that he really had some anger management problem and to express himself in an assertive manner. So in that way, he needed to take some sessions for his anger management. And I think because of his anger management problem and all the reports that we had today, that it's a good thing for him to continue some anger management session and to learn to express himself in an assertive manner, because if he doesn't do his part, he'll have to spend the remaining of his sentence in custody. So I think we're going to have him to have some conditions to participate in the anger management session. If not, we will no longer maintain support of Noel James. And this is the end of the discussion.
Perfect.